Now our next topic is equipotential surfaces. Now equipotential surfaces means what? The surface where the potential at every point is equal. That is called what? Equipotential surfaces. Now how this surface looks like? For a point charge, if you consider a point charge, then the potential due to point charge is given by this formula kq by r. Means this potential is inversely proportional to r. This is this point charge q and this is the electric field due to this charge, that is in outward direction because this charge is positive. The points at the same distance from this point, from this charge, having the same potential, means this potential is depend on distance. If you take the points at equal distance from this charge, the potential is same at every point. So the potential is same at these points which are at equal distance from this charge. So in 3 dimension, these points cover a sphere of radius r. Means for a point charge, the equipotential surface is a spherical shell, because the every point on this shell is at same distance from this point charge, because charge is at a center. So the potential at every point on this sphere is what? Same. So this is called equipotential surface. So the equipotential surface for the point charge is what? Spherical shells. These both shells are not equipotential, means both shells are not having same potential, but the points on this whole sphere having same potential. So this is different equipotential surface and this is also different equipotential surface. The points on this sphere having same potential and the points on this sphere also have the same potential, but the points on these two different sphere are not having same potential. So these are two different equipotential surfaces. So you have to remember first point, for point charge the equipotential surface is like spherical shell. Spherical cells, right? Now we will find the work required to move any charge on this equipotential surface. So what happened? The work required to move any charge is given by Q into delta V. So that is equal to final potential minus initial potential. But if these 2 points are on equipotential surface, then what happened? The potential at both points are same. So the difference is 0. If the difference is 0, then work done is also what? 0. So no work required. No work required to move charge on equipotential surface. So इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस पर किसी भी चार्ज को मूव करने के लिए कोई वर्क होगा नहीं. And the next important point is, see, the electric field is always normal to this equipotential surface. You notice that at every point this electric field is normal to this equipotential surface. So at every point the electric field is normal to the equipotential surface passing from that point. If it is not, then what happen? Suppose the electric field is not perpendicular to this equipotential surface, then what happen? This will have some non-zero component along this electric field, along this equipotential surface. If we convert this electric field into components, then there are two components of electric field. The first component is E cos theta, that is non-zero. Why? This theta is not pi by 2, right? The electric field is not perpendicular, here we are considering electric field is not perpendicular to this equipotential surface, then this will have some non-zero component along this equipotential surface. Then the work required to move charge along this component is not zero. So that is not possible. Work done in moving charge in equipotential surface is always what? Zero. But here it shows that if this electric field is not perpendicular to this equipotential surface, then the work to move the charge along this non-zero component is not zero. So that is not possible. So we have to consider that electric field at every point is always normal to the equipotential surface passing through that point, right? Now the third point, you have to write down this point in your notebook, right? If it is not zero, then what happened? Now the third point, when the electric field is uniform, means the lines are parallel to each other, then this equipotential surface looks like a plane normal to this electric field, means this plane are passing through this electric field and it is normal to electric field like this, right? So this is for uniform electric field. For uniform electric field, the equipotential surface looks like plane surfaces. And for dipole, it look like this type. This type of equipotential surfaces are there. And for identical charges, means there are two same charges are there, plus q, then equipotential surfaces are looks like this. This identical system of identical charges having some common surface also, right? So you have to remember these points. In MCQ, sometimes they are asking this question, which type of equipotential surfaces are for which system. You have to remember this.